share with the founders and the CTO and the team and everybody, go check all that celebratory horn and clap. Yes.
All right. Well, let's do this. I want to talk a little bit about something else, and then we'll take a pause. I want to hear from you guys. Any questions you might have. Doesn't have to be necessarily related to the race. It would be great if it is.
Yeah.
But you can ask anything about Fanbase. If you're a new user, welcome. You can ask questions as well. So one more thing that we want to share with you. We always say that we didn't just come up out of the blue with this number, $17 million.
No.
We actually, there was a large thought process behind it. There was some forecasting. We've been doing this for quite some time. It's been tough, and we learned a lot.
We have.
We learned a lot.
I've learned not to spend so much money. No,
that's not true. You don't spend.
I don't yet.
I've heard some stories. We'll talk about a little bit about that.
Absolutely.
Those stories. But yeah, so we definitely put a plan. It's a 3-year plan on how we would deploy and use this money, and the overall objective is to really grow Fanbase. Now, that's very generic, I know, but we're going to share with you how we're going to be driving growth through all the different disciplines that we have here in Fanbase. We have a great marketing team, a product team. We're going to increase our finance, HR, and so on. So let us tell you a little bit of how we're going to be using this money. I always start me as the CTO, and I'm going to start talking a little bit about the product itself.
Yes.
I consider ourselves a pretty agile and speedy development team. We've been also growing and learning as a product team. We've been getting better and better. Hopefully you guys are feeling that way too, right? Back in the day, every time we had to push a new feature, we had to sometimes rush it just because we wanted to prove who Fanbase was. And now we're getting to do things better. But we want to increase our speed of development. Sometimes increasing the speed of development is not just going out there and hiring hundreds of thousands of engineers. We don't want to do that. We want to stay lean, even though we will bring different disciplines to the product team and we will bring new people. We want to also make our structure scalable. That means improving architecture, improving our automation. So when we are testing things, we're not testing every single thing, but we have a lot of automation, both in the back end, front end, and beyond.
Yep.
So that's part of also investing into our product, meaning making our product scalable. We also want to start being the infrastructure for a lot of different things that we do inside the app.
Yep.
As a startup, even though we're scaled up now, a lot of times you do have to integrate with third-party services out there. And as great as it is, sometimes it limits you. You get to certain places where, Isaac comes to us and is like, hey, Rama, we need to do this. I'm like, Isaac, we can't because we're limited by, this infrastructure. So we're going to be growing also and starting to truly own the infrastructure itself too, which is part of the Fanbase story as well. 100%. So that's part of growing the product. So all of those efforts will go with how we're going to be using the money and deploying. Now, I'll say one more and then I'll leave it to you.
Yep.
We want to move away from catch-up functionality. I know we still have a lot of technical debt inside the app. You guys have been asking for certain things. We're going to bring those to you, but we're going to go beyond that because our ideas go beyond this catch-up functionality. We have so many amazing ideas that are truly disruptive, and we want to start implementing those as we progress in this race. I know, Isaac, last time you talked about e-commerce. I don't want to go through each one of those, but we definitely want to start bringing those innovations and protecting them as well, protecting our IP.
Yeah.
Right?